The dunk that John Morant had in the All-Star game could have won the dunk contest on Saturday. That reverse alley-oop dunk that John Morant had could have won the dunk contest this Saturday. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about post All-Star weekend. We're going to talk a little bit about the All-Star game and All-Star weekend. And we're going to talk about what's here to come after the All-Star weekend. So first, every event was good this All-Star weekend except for the dunk contest, which is a shame. The dunk contest is supposed to be almost a highlight of the weekend, and that was the worst part of the weekend. Celebrity game was pretty good. I know Myles Garrett got a couple of dunks. You know, you got some people that somebody else had a dunk. The Olympic high jumper, he had a dunk. You know, so it was pretty good. You know, and then the Rising Star rookie and sophomore game. That I love the format how when they have, you know, four teams go head to head, then two teams go at the end. So I like that. It's a lot. It was very competitive. But Cade Cunningham is that guy, y'all. Cade Cunningham is that guy. I did pick on as rookie of the year before the season started. He had a slow start, but when you hear other veterans, we hear veterans talk about Cade Cunningham, they praise. They say great things about Cade, like he has potential like crazy. So now the 3-point shootout, of course, has like it's been the last few years, besides the Eric Gordon and since Zach LaVine, not the dunk contest. The 3-point shootout has been way more entertaining. And the skills challenge was actually good this year too. But the 3-point shootout was really good. With Cat, you know, Cat actually winning the 3-point shootout contest, a big man. He said he's the greatest big man shooter in the NBA history. You know, so I picked Luke Kennard to win that, but it came down to them two. And yeah, so that was that. And so the dunk contest was terrible. It was terrible. Sorry. It was terrible. The reason why, it's two reasons why it's terrible. Number one, there are no stars in the dunk contest. Now, I do understand Jalen Green being there. He's a high pick. So that's kind of a star. He's a well-known player because he was the second pick of the draft, right? But other than him, come on, we need to get some superstars. We need to see John Morant. You know, we need to see like Anthony Edwards in that dunk contest, you know? So we need, and I know John Morant said you gotta pay me more to do it, and Anthony Edwards like I'm an end game dunker, but dude, these dudes are end game dunkers too. The dunk that John Morant had in the All-Star game could have won the dunk contest on Saturday. That reverse alley-oop dunk that John Morant had could have won the dunk contest this Saturday. All right, so it's last Saturday, so it was terrible. It was a bad sight to see. I mean, we saw Jalen Green miss a dunk, and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just walked out right afterwards. All right, so he said I had enough of this, and he just rolled out. So the dunk was bad, but the All-Star game was entertaining. Like with the new format, you pick teams, you have pride. They got the charities online, so like you want to win for the charity you playing for. And last but not least, they actually they go to a certain number. It's no longer based on time. They go to a certain score at the end of the game, and it gets very, very competitive because you get bragging rights and stuff like that. But watching that game, Steph Curry was on fire. He was on fire. All right. He could have went for 60. I think he could have went for 60. You know, he had 42 in 3/4. So 45, I think, in 3/4. He should have went from, if I was him, I would have went for 60. I would have kept shooting them threes. And then I would have went for 60, but he was shooting the three. He was off, so I don't know what happened to him. But LeBron James closed the deal. Now, watching that game, they said that Joel Embiid trying to get a triple crown. He's trying to get the regular season MVP, the All-Star MVP, and the NBA Finals MVP. And he was playing hard. Joel Embiid was playing hard in those last few minutes, you know, but he couldn't get nothing done because also Jared Allen was playing hard. Giannis was playing hard. They just had a better team. They just did. They had more size. They were bigger. Joel Embiid was the only big they had for real. That was on the court at the end of the game. You know, they had Jared Allen and Giannis out there dealing with Embiid. So, and Jared Allen did a good job. He actually blocked Embiid's shot. You know, Embiid tried to power him and went out, and Jared Allen did a good job. So, Jared Allen kind of showed the world who don't watch the Cavs what he's been doing this year. This has been Jared Allen all year. So I thought Trae Young would have a better game. I actually picked Luka to win MVP off the bench, but like somebody told me, Luka is not really an all-star type person. He be chilling. He's not gonna be as aggressive as these guys are. But Steph Curry won MVP. Shout out to J-Mo. He told me that Steph's gonna win this year, and he did by a landslide. It wasn't even close. But I think Embiid was trying to get that if they would have won. He was definitely trying to get that. Giannis play hard like always. I mean, Deontay Murray, DeAndre, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. D Murray, he actually was playing hard too. He was playing hard too. First All-Star game, I respect that. So that's how I gotta be. It's your first All-Star game. You got that thing loose, and you gotta set the tone because you want to come back. All right. So now post All-Star, I'm looking at the NBA standings. I see Miami Heat as at number 1, Bulls at number 2, Sixers third, Cavs at 4th. Now we know the biggest talk going to be the Nets. The Nets are in the AC right now. Now the Nets are 5 games behind the Cavaliers. So it's a little bit over 20 games left to play. So the second half at the All-Star break, that's when you really see who you're going to see in the playoffs. Because teams had time to basically die down, relax, get their mind right, and strategize for the second half of the season. This is where playoff basketball starts because you have people in the hunt, people fighting for seeding, and now it's not going to be like the first half. The first half is kind of like a days old. Some games you take it serious, some games you don't. But these last 20 plus games, every team will take it seriously unless there's a big margin ahead. But in the East, there's no big margin. And I'm pretty sure every single person in the East wants to be a top 2 seed. Now, a 1 or 2 seed. They want to play one of those play-in teams because, like I said, the Nets are in 8th. They're going to climb back up. I got the Nets finishing at least with some home court advantage, and not at least 5th. Right now, the Bucks are 5th. All right, I see the Bucks moving up, and I can see the Cavs slightly coming down. So the Cavs might drop to 6, and the Bucks and the Nets will be 5 and 4. All right, so but those top 2 teams the Nets and them could still be the top seed. They're 7 games behind, but the top 2 seeds are going to play the play-in teams. And right now, the play-in teams are the Wizards, the Hawks, the Hornets, Nets, and Raptors. I could feel pretty confident to say that the play-in teams will be the Wizards, the Hawks, Hornets, and Raptors. I could feel real confident either Raptors or the Celtics. But the Celtics been on the road, so I'm gonna say the Raptors. All right, I can feel real confident at the top. The play-in teams would be in the East, would be those 4 teams. So if you Miami, Chicago, you want to keep that so you can play one of those teams versus playing a team like the Celtics, or like I said, Miami, or the Bucks, or the Nets in the first round. You don't want to do that. So whoever falls into that 4 seed is going to be playing the Nets or the Bucks in the first round. So good luck with that, y'all. Good luck with that. And then we go to the West. The West, right? You got the Suns. Suns up by 7.5 games, but 6.5 games. Suns, Warriors, Grizzlies, Jazz, top 4 teams in the West. All right. Now, the surprise of the year so far for everybody were the Grizzlies being the top 3 seed at the All-Star break. Nobody expected that. I'm pretty sure people thought the Nuggets would have a higher seed. People thought the Lakers would have a higher seed. Right now, Lakers sitting at 9th. So now I look at this. I look at the team that we talked about the most in the West. Obviously, are the Lakers. Where will the Lakers fall when the season's over? Now, here's a problem with the Lakers. They're the 9th seed. All right. The Clippers are the 8th seed. They both had 31 losses, but the Clippers got 3 more wins than them. The Clippers are 30 and 31, while the Lakers are 27 and 31. So the Clippers, they only got what, like, I guess like they probably got like what, 23, 22 games left to play. Right? 23 games left to play. So, and here's the thing, man. The Clippers just made some trades. So before the All-Star break, so their trades will be implemented in, and they'll be settled in their roles. So the Clippers will look better, I believe, post All-Star break. I think the Clippers are going to get out that play-in spot. Somebody's going to drop, but it's going to be hard to say who. And I don't know, anybody not, because right now the Timberwolves are 31 and 28, and the Nuggets are 6 games ahead of the Clippers. So the Clippers might stick at the play-in. But the Lakers, with 31 losses, I think they can make the play-in. They can make the play-in. Now, my question is, because, being a Kings fan, this is my show. I got to talk about my team. The Kings are 22-38, while the Blazers are 25-34. So they are 4 games behind the Blazers. And, you know, affirming about the Pelicans and the Spurs. Post All-Star break, new trades, more chemistry. Hey, these next 5 games for each team is crucial. When we see these next 5 games for each team, we will see kind of like the layout on how this thing is going to end. And I'm hoping that my Kings will make it into that play-in, because it's been the longest drought since they've been to the playoffs, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all probably don't want to see the Kings play. I want to see the Kings play in the play-in, so y'all can see how we play. We play pretty good. Since Sabonis trade, we've been playing pretty good. We lost to the Nets and we lost to the Bulls. I understand that. We're 2-2 since acquiring him. All right. But we look better. Foxes look alive. So I'm ready. I don't know how it's going to end, but we'll see. So the Suns are way ahead. They got a lot of games ahead of them. So they're going to be relaxing towards the end of the season, but I'm curious to see. So that's what I have for you guys today. And I'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.